Slide elements. Standard network security hardware, devices. Firewalls. Intrusion prevention systems, IPS. Unified threat management, UTM. Network access control. Email security gateways. Web application firewalls, WAF. VPN gateways. Network device backup and recovery. Firewalls, types of firewalls. Spam filter. Virtual private network, VPN. Standard network security devices. Network security. Network security refers to the measures taken by any enterprise or organization to secure its computer network and data using both hardware and software systems. This aims at securing the confidentiality and accessibility of the data and network. Every company or organization that handles a large amount of data has a degree of solutions against many cyber threats. The most basic example of network security is password protection, which the user of the network oneself chooses. The network security solutions protect various vulnerabilities of the computer systems such as users, locations, data, devices, applications. Benefits of network security. The following are the main benefits of network security. Functionality. Network security ensures the ongoing high performance of the networks that businesses and individual users rely on. Privacy and security. Many organizations handle user data and must ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data on a network, known as the CIA triad. Network security prevents the security breaches that can expose PII, personal identifiable information, and other sensitive information, damage a business's reputation and result in financial losses. Intellectual property protection. Intellectual property is key to many companies' ability to compete. Securing access to intellectual property related to products, services, and business strategies helps organizations maintain their competitive edge. Standard network security devices. Firewalls. Firewalls are one of the most fundamental network security appliances. Like many other security devices, firewalls can come in hardware or software forms. Most of the time, businesses choose to use dedicated, specialized hardware since it can handle more traffic and has better vendor support. Firewalls provide separation between your internal network and the wider internet. They can block connections on specific ports, from specific IP addresses, and from machines or networks matching other criteria. Most firewalls are configured to deny incoming traffic by default, providing a baseline of security for your network. Standard network security devices. Intrusion prevention systems, IPS. Network-based intrusion prevention systems proactively monitor all of the traffic going through your network. Using pre-made profiles, signature detection, artificial intelligence, and anomaly detection, IPS systems can detect many kinds of network intrusions, from malware on endpoint devices to denial of service attacks. One of the most useful features of network-based intrusion prevention is that it can talk to firewalls and other network hardware in real time as threats are discovered. As an example, an IPS system could detect a device with malware installed from the unusual and suspicious network traffic it produces. Afterwards, the IPS can request that the firewall quarantines this infected device on its own partitioned subnet so that it is unable to cause further damage. Standard network security devices. Unified threat management, UTM. In a modern business network, administrators might control a half-dozen or more separate network appliances with security functions. If multiple products come from different vendors, managing a quickly unfolding network threat can be challenging. UTMs combine a network firewall, an intrusion detection system, an intrusion prevention system, and other features. For smaller businesses or those without significant IT resources, using a UTM can save lots of time and money. However, UTMs are not always better than discrete equipment. They create a single point of failure that can take down the whole network if something goes wrong. Standard network security devices. Network access control. Keeping infected or insecurely configured endpoint devices off of the corporate network is critical to security. As a result, network access control devices link network authentication with the state of endpoint devices. For example, an integrated network access control solution could make sure that devices could not authenticate themselves without having the latest security updates installed. Standard network security devices. Email security gateways. While more and more businesses move to cloud-hosted email solutions, network email gateways can still be useful. These devices monitor incoming and outgoing email traffic for spam, viruses, phishing attempts, and compromised accounts. Recent, advanced email security gateways also use historical data and statistical analysis to detect anomalies with more accuracy. Some vendors sell hardware email security gateways, while others provide services that run on mail servers or alongside cloud-based email hosting. Standard network security devices. Web Application Firewalls, WAF. Like a regular network firewall, a WAF selectively allows or blocks traffic based on predefined criteria or suspicious activity. Web applications commonly have security vulnerabilities that can be used to compromise a company's network and leak data. While finding and fixing all of these issues would be the ideal solution, using a web application firewall is a good next layer of defense. A WAF can block URLs and requests containing suspicious payloads, evidence of SQL injection attempts, and other attacks. They can come in the form of a physical device, a software extension to another network security device, or software installed on a standard reverse proxy server. Standard network security devices. VPN gateways. With the rise of remote work, every company needs to ensure that their internal network resources are accessible securely from anywhere. A virtual private network or VPN device can help here. In effect, when employees connect to the VPN, their traffic enters the internal network from the VPN device instead of going straight to the internet. In addition to security benefits, VPN gateways give employees access to printers, intranet sites, and other internal devices, saving time and improving productivity. Standard network security devices. Network device backup and recovery. With so many individual network devices, applying and rolling back configuration changes can be challenging. Additionally, large numbers of separate devices are difficult to recover quickly in the event of a disaster. For these reasons, centralized backup and recovery for network devices is very useful. Network configuration management tools automate the backup process by securely storing the configuration and state of network devices, simplifying rollback or restore operations. Standard network security devices. Summary. With the importance of the information traveling over every company's network today, not using the appropriate network security devices would be irresponsible. Through the use of these devices, companies can stop cyber attacks before they happen. Firewalls are the oldest and most well-established variety of network security device. Other appliances like intrusion detection and prevention devices expand the firewall's capabilities to a wide range of emerging threats. Other devices can protect email communications, web applications hosted on the local network, and remote VPN connections. Firewalls and its types. Firewall. A firewall is one of the most fundamental cybersecurity tool used to filter traffic on a network. Firewalls can be software, hardware, or cloud-based, with each type of firewall having unique pros and cons. Most of the time, businesses choose to use dedicated, specialized hardware since it can handle more traffic and has better vendor support. Firewalls can separate network nodes from external traffic sources, internal traffic sources, or even specific applications. They can block connections on specific ports, from specific IP addresses, and from machines or networks matching other criteria. Most firewalls are configured to deny incoming traffic by default, providing a baseline of security for your network. Firewall types and delivery methods. You can divide firewall types into several categories based on their general structure and method of operation. Here are the 5 types of firewalls and their 3 modes of deployment. Firewall types. Packet filtering firewalls. Circuit-level gateways. Stateful inspection firewalls. Application-level gateways, aka proxy firewalls. Firewall delivery methods. Software firewalls. Hardware firewalls. Cloud firewalls. Firewall types. Packet filtering. As the most basic and oldest type of firewall architecture, packet filtering firewalls create a checkpoint at a traffic router or switch. The firewall performs a simple check of the data packets coming through the router, inspecting information such as the destination and origination IP address, packet type, port number, and other surface-level details without opening the packet to examine its contents. It then drops the packet if the information packet doesn't pass the inspection. The good thing about these firewalls is that they aren't very resource-intensive. Using fewer resources means they are relatively simple and don't significantly impact system performance. However, they're also relatively easy to bypass compared to firewalls with more robust inspection capabilities. Firewall types, CONT. Circuit-level gateways. Circuit-level gateways are another simplistic firewall type meant to quickly and easily approve or deny traffic without consuming significant computing resources. Circuit-level gateways work by verifying the Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, handshake. This TCP handshake check is designed to ensure that the session the packet is from is legitimate. While extremely resource efficient, these firewalls do not check the packet itself. So, if a packet held malware but had the proper TCP handshake, it would easily pass through. Vulnerabilities like this are why circuit-level gateways are not enough to protect your business by themselves. Firewall types, CONT. Stateful inspection firewalls. This firewall type combines packet inspection technology and TCP handshake verification to create a more significant level of protection than either of the two architectures could provide alone. However, these firewalls also put more of a strain on computing resources. This may slow down the transfer of legitimate packets compared to the other solutions. Firewall types, CONT. Proxy firewalls. Proxy firewalls operate at application layer to filter incoming traffic between your network and traffic source, hence, the name application level gateway. These firewalls are delivered via a cloud-based solution or another proxy device. Rather than letting traffic connect directly, proxy firewall first establishes a connection to the source of the traffic and inspects incoming data packet. This check is similar to the stateful inspection firewall in looking at both the packet and the TCP handshake protocol. However, proxy firewalls may also perform deep layer packet inspections, checking the actual contents of the information packet to verify that it contains no malware. Once the check is complete and the packet is approved to connect to the destination, the proxy sends it off. This creates an extra layer of separation between the client, the system where the packet originated, and the individual devices on your network, obscuring them to create additional anonymity and protection for your network. The one drawback to proxy firewalls is that they can create a significant slowdown because of the extra steps in the data packet transfer process. Firewall types, CONT. For proxy firewall, CONT. How proxy firewall handles requests from the internal network. The proxy firewall acts as intermediary between trusted internal network and outside internet. If computers in internal network wish to make a connection with outside internet, they first communicate with the proxy. Proxy then forwards data from internal network to the internet and sends data received from internet to internal network. In this way, the proxy firewall shields internal network from intruders in the outside internet and prevents direct connections between internal network and internet. Firewall vs proxy servers. Firewall delivery methods. Software firewalls. Software firewalls include any type of firewall that is installed on a local device rather than a separate piece of hardware, or a cloud server. The big benefit of a software firewall is that it's highly useful for creating defense in depth by isolating individual network endpoints from one another. However, maintaining individual software firewalls on different devices can be difficult and time-consuming. Furthermore, not every device on a network may be compatible with a single software firewall, which may mean having to use several different software firewalls to cover every asset. Firewall delivery methods, CONT. Hardware firewalls. Hardware firewalls use a physical appliance that acts like a traffic router to intercept data packets and traffic requests before they're connected to the network's servers. Physical appliance-based firewalls like this excel at perimeter security by ensuring malicious traffic from outside the network are intercepted before the company's network endpoints are exposed to risk. However, the major weakness of a hardware-based firewall is that it is often easy for insider attacks to bypass them. Also, the actual capabilities of a hardware firewall may vary depending on the manufacturer. Some may have a more limited capacity to handle simultaneous connections than others. Firewall delivery methods, CONT. Cloud firewalls. Whenever you use a cloud solution to deliver a firewall, it can be called a cloud firewall or firewall as a service, FaaS. Many consider cloud firewall synonymous with proxy firewalls since a cloud server is often used in a firewall setup, though the proxy doesn't necessarily have to be on the cloud, it frequently is. The primary benefit of having cloud-based firewalls is that they are straightforward to scale with your organization. As your needs grow, you can add additional capacity to the cloud server to filter larger traffic loads. Cloud firewalls, like hardware firewalls, excel at perimeter security. Spam filter. Spam filter. A spam filter is a program used to detect unsolicited, unwanted, and virus-infected emails and prevent those messages from getting to a user's inbox. Like other types of filtering programs, a spam filter looks for specific criteria on which to base its judgments. Internet service providers, ISPs, free online email services and businesses use email spam filtering tools to minimize the risk of distributing spam. For example, one of the simplest and earliest versions of spam filtering, like the one that was used by Microsoft's Hotmail, was set to watch out for particular words in the subject lines of messages. An email was excluded from the user's inbox whenever the filter recognized one of the specified words. This method is not especially effective and often omits perfectly legitimate messages, called false positives, while letting actual spam messages through. Spam filter, CONT. Spam filter types. There are many different types of spam filters. Include the following. Block list filters block spam emails from senders that have been added to a comprehensive spammers list. Block list filters are updated frequently to keep up with spammers who change their email addresses relatively quickly. However, if spammers switch their email domain, the email might be able to trick the system and penetrate the filter until it is identified again as spam. Content filters examine the contents of email and use that information to decide whether it is spam or not. Those types of spammers tend to use target words, like special offer or discount, several times, which may trigger the filter. Header filters. Header filters analyze email headers to determine if they originated from a legitimate source. This includes IP addresses recognized as often used by spammers and data indicating that an email was part of multiple emails sent at once to pre-selected recipients. Spam filter types, CONT. Language filters. Spammers often target people worldwide and, sometimes, send emails from geographic areas where the language is different from the recipient's native language. Language filters help block those messages, but if a business has a global customer base, it runs the risk of customer queries from another country going straight to the spam folder. As such, it always helps to check the spam folder when expecting such messages from global customers. Rule-based filters. Rule-based filters enable users to establish specific rules and apply them to all incoming emails. Whenever content matches one of the rules, it automatically forwards the email to a spam folder. The rules can be specific words or phrases in the message or header. This type of filter is often popular with users who receive unwanted emails associated with memberships because rule-based filters can also target particular senders. Spam filter types, CONT. Virtual private network. Virtual private network. A virtual private network, VPN, is a technology that creates a safe and encrypted connection over a less secure network, such as the Internet. The name only suggests that it is a virtual private network, i.e., user can be part of a local network sitting at a remote location. It makes use of tunneling protocols to establish a secure connection. VPN ensures security by providing an encrypted tunnel between client and VPN server. VPN is used to bypass many blocked sites. VPN facilitates anonymous browsing by hiding your IP address. Search engine optimization, SEO, is done by analyzing the data from VPN providers which provide country-wise stats of browsing a particular product. This method of SEO is used widely by many internet marketing managers to form new strategies. VPNs encrypt your internet traffic, safeguarding your online activities from potential eavesdropping and cyber threats, thereby enhancing your privacy and data protection. How does a VPN work? Let us understand VPN with an example. Think of a situation where the corporate office of a bank is situated in Washington, USA. This office has a local network consisting of say 100 computers. Suppose other branches of the bank are in Mumbai, India, and Tokyo, Japan. The traditional method of establishing a secure connection between the head office and the branch was to have a leased line between the branches and head office, which was a very costly as well as troublesome job. Let us overcome this issue in an effective manner. The situation is described below. All 100 computers of the corporate office at Washington are connected to the VPN server, which is a well-configured server containing a public IP address and a switch to connect all computers present in the local network, i.e. in US head office. The person sitting in the Mumbai office connects to the VPN server using a dial-up window, and the VPN server returns an IP address that belongs to the series of IP addresses belonging to a local network of the corporate office. Thus, person from the Mumbai branch becomes local to the head office and information can be shared securely over the public internet. So this is the intuitive way of extending the local network even across the geographical borders of the country. How does a VPN work? CONT. VPN is well exploited all across the globe. We will explain to you with an example. Suppose we are using smartphones regularly. Spotify, a Swedish music app, which is not active in India but Indians are making full use of it sitting in India. So how? VPN can be used to camouflage our geolocation. Suppose the IP address is 101.22.23.3, which belongs to India. That's why our device is not able to access the Spotify music app. But the magic begins when we use the Siphon app, which is an Android app and is used to change the device IP address to the IP address of the location we want, say US, where Spotify works in a seamless manner. The IP address is changed using VPN technology. Basically what happens is that your device will connect to a VPN server of the respective country that you have entered in your location text box of the Siphon app, and now you will inherit a new IP from this server. Now we typed what is my IP address. Amazingly, the IP address changed to 45.79.66.125, which belongs to the USA, and since Spotify works well in the US, so we can use it now being in India, virtually in the USA. How is VPN used for? CONT. VPN is used for unlimited streaming, for elevating your gaming experience, for anonymous torrenting. When it comes to downloading copyrighted content through torrenting, it's essential to keep your IP address hidden. A VPN can mask your identity and avoid potential exposure, ensuring a safe and private torrenting experience. For supercharging your internet speed, securing public Wi-Fi.